Hey guys and girls, thanks for joining me today on this video. Today we're going to be talking about the best wax. And that's a little bit of clickbait for you, but it's not intended to deceive you or sell you on a specific product. Really, it's just to get you here so I can hopefully give you some information that's going to help you determine what is the best product for what you're trying to do. But before we get into that, I guess really let's just talk about the categories that are out there for what's considered wax. Number one, there's compounds. Compounds are typically going to be abrasive, so like a gritty or coarse material that's designed to remove either heavy oxidation, moderate oxidation, heavy scratching, or scuffs. So that's going to be compounds. Next, we've got cleaner waxes or glazes, and those are also going to remove those same things: oxidation, scuffs, not so much scratches. Cleaner waxes and glazes are typically a chemical form or a solvent form of product that's going to remove those imperfections in the surface you're working on. Next is going to be actual wax. So you're probably familiar with carnauba wax. A lot of people use that as a buzzword to kind of get the old school guys to know that it's a pure or good wax for protection. Now typically your carnauba waxes and things like that, they're not going to really remove any of the imperfections or impurities. They're typically going to be a topper or a finish wax. Next category I would say is going to be your polishes. Those are going to be products that are going to remove some of the issues you may have created with a compound or a cleaner wax. Any kind of swirling, any kind of just inconsistency in the finish. So those polishes, they're kind of going to be a blend, I think, of maybe a really fine compound and possibly even some solvents also. And basically it's kind of like the reducer to just finish off and give a really fine finish and just a poppy kind of a perfected finish job. Another category would be polymers or sealants. Those are going to also be kind of a finish or a topper that's going to produce protection for the finish. It's going to be more of a longer lasting man-made type of protection as opposed to a carnauba, which is a natural, pure, supposedly finished wax. So now we kind of know the categories. We've got compounds, cleaners, glazes, finish wax, and polishes. So let's talk about the different circumstances where you'd use these different things. Let's say you've got a fiberglass surface that has not been waxed in over a year. Typically, that's going to have some oxidation. So you're going to want to use, at a minimum, a cleaner wax, and most likely you're going to need a compound or a combination of those. The way that I've found that works really well is to just blend a couple products together so that I can do it in kind of all in one step. Now, when I say all in one step, I don't mean buffing over at one time and calling it done. I mean using a combination of products and going over a surface area multiple times until I can see what's going on and that the clarity is there, the oxidation's removed, and so forth. So I'll probably have to do a whole nother video on the multiple step deal with buffing and kind of my opinion about it and the differences between that. This one, I think I'll just stick really on waxes. So the bottom line is, why do we wax a car, an RV, a boat, whatever? There's a couple reasons. One, it's got imperfections, oxidation, scratches, scuffs that are distorting the finish or making it look bad or not as good as it can. So that's one reason. Another reason is just maintenance. If you wax a boat, RV, or car, it's going to be easier to clean, it's going to look better, and it's going to hold up longer. Oxidation is basically going to detract from that, and eventually, if it left unwaxed, is going to ruin that finish. So that's why we wax. A lot of people will call us and say, I just want to wax this. It's been 20, 30 years since we've done anything, but we want to have some protection. And a lot of times, I just explain to people, that's not really how this works. We don't just come wax it to add protection to something that's way, 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 way overdue. We've got to get the finish back to where the best it can be, and then start talking about protection. And in some cases, those finishes are just too far gone. If something goes 20, 30, 40 years without being waxed or polished, it's very unlikely that a wax or polish or compound even is going to bring it back all the way. And in those cases, maybe sanding that first will get it down to a level that you can then compound, polish, wax, etc. So I feel like I'm a little bit talking in circles, so I apologize. Hopefully the information I tried to share with you is making sense. But just to clarify it one last time, if you're starting fresh on something that hasn't been done in over a year, I would say the process would be compound first or cleaner wax, followed by either a topper wax or a polymer type product. Now there are hundreds, if not thousands, of each of these, and so finding the right one is going to be a process of elimination. I've been doing this 25 years. I've found that Meguiar's has a great line of products to choose from. I use them almost exclusively now. I use a product called Diamond Cut, which is a compound. I use a product called Flagship Premium, which is a polymer-based sealant. And then I use some of their other products too, heavy oxidation remover, their cleaner wax. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for a good, solid company that's been around a long time and produces really high-end products, Meguiar's is a good place to start. So having said that, thanks for watching the video. I hope you got something from it. If you have any questions or comments about a specific situation you're dealing with, or you need a recommendation about a specific product to help you with that, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm happy to give you any help or advice that I can. And again, disclaimer on this video, all just my opinion based on 25 years of being in the business of detailing cars, boats, RVs, aircraft, everything. So thanks again for watching.